In the last 1 year, all of us are talking about retrieval augmented generation, and retrieval augmented generation has really helped enterprises to a lot of good use cases. Recently, after the agentic AI buzz and push that has happened, we have something called as an agentic RAG that is there. What is the main difference between the basic RAG, retrieval augmented generation, that has been running in a lot of organizations and projects, and the new agentic AI? I will try to explain it in a very, very simple manner. So all of you, if you can see my screen, this is the basic difference. So what you are seeing right now is a traditional retrieval augmented generation. What actually happens here is you will see this user asking a specific question to the large language model, and this is connected to a database. So if you all know that we have a lot of community courses and lot of academy in Udemy as well. So what is going to happen, that is being uploaded to a vector databases. So the text of all my information, all my courses, all the transcripts are converted into vectors and put in a database that is there. And suppose I ask a question, what is a tuple, or how to run an agentic RAG system? So what is going to happen? My query is going to go to this particular database, and it is going to look at the similarity search and give all the context about agentic RAG that has been available in the Udemy courses transcripts. So it is going to take out all the relevant chunks, and along with my query and the context that is coming from the database that is there, goes to the large language model. And now the large language model uses the information from the database, the different chunks of information that has come out, and the person that is asking it, and tries to summarize the output and gives us the good response. So this is like a generative AI application. Here, if you see, the large language model is only being used at the end, at this part, just to summarize the output. The vector database and the similarity search of your question is taking out the different chunks that are there, and it is giving it to the large language model. And mostly there is only one major vector database. Like whenever you ask a query, that query goes to that major vector database and gives you the relevant context, and it adds your query and gives you the output. So this is a basic traditional RAG application. Now, in case, suppose now, if you have multiple databases, like you have multiple databases, like one you have for the Udemy, one you have for AI Guild, and the second is your live courses that happens in the AI residency. So if you have all these relevant different databases that are there, let me just 1 second. So yeah, and what is going to happen? So in this case, think about this. When you are asking a question about what is agentic AI, the query goes, it does not directly go to the large language model. What it does is, there is an agent that understands the concept that this where should we send this. So it has some intelligence to understand that agentic RAG information has to be sent to the live courses info, because it is not there in Udemy. And the retrieval tools are working within these the databases, and it takes out the relevant context from one specific databases or a group of 2 databases, and then it pushes that to the large language model, and then the summarization happens. So in this scenario, 2 things are happening, that LLMs are thinking here, that this question that has been asked, it has some intelligence to think. Like if suppose you ask a question, a query to your chatbot, that what is the latest live courses that you are having. So one argument is that you can have one database that contains everything within decoding data science, but that becomes very, very tough to handle. So regarding your query, if enterprise level query, if you ask a question that is a little bit specific to live courses, so the LLM will understand that Muhammad is asking about live courses, so it is going to go to DB2, understand all the relevant information like the new AI residency is starting from June 21st. That information is going to go along with the query and along with the context. The LLM is going to understand that this is the question and it is going to give us an output. So the LLM here summarizes the output. Along with it, it also understands which database to call and which database should be retrieved. Suppose you ask a question about tell me the best rated Udemy course, so it is going to go to only DB1. But suppose you ask a very generic question like what is agentic AI, so it may go to these two places. It may go to the context of your Udemy as well as the AI guild, which is also one of the type of recording or self-paced programs that is happening. So this is what is Agentic RAG, which is a very new way of building systems which has unique databases, vector databases for unique divisions of your company, which makes it easier to scale. The argument is you can have everything in one vector database, but it makes it inaccurate, that you need to search for your specific query in all the databases for one specific query, which does not need to be done, as if you're asking for one specific question, that question can be answered in one specific database and then get the answer. So this makes it more accurate, more efficient, and this is the difference between both these platforms, and we will be doing some live workshops in this for you to get the whole picture. I hope this understanding between traditional RAG and agentic RAG in a very simple manner, how is it different, and if you just want to keep it in one single word, think about more use of LLM in deciding which database to use and getting a more efficient manner. So thank you very much and see you in the next.